Hello and thank you for watching. This is time for another Vita review. This is of a game that's been out for a couple weeks now, but I've really been enjoying it. Pretty much to the point where I actually haven't gotten around to making a video review for it. Poltergeist for the PlayStation Vita. This game is awesome. I've done a little bit of reading. I found out this was actually made by two people. Their company's name is Glitchy Pixel. And it's a Unity game on a Vita. It's excellent. It's everything you want out of a Unity game. It's very much an art-focused type game, but it's very fun. The game pretty much is all about, you have this giant house, and there you can see it in the screen, and you're trying to actually haunt the house and get people out of it through a couple different time frames. Now, one of the things that I don't necessarily like about it is it feels very much like a mobile game. Like, this game could have been on an iPhone just as easy. I'm glad it isn't, but that being said, I really do enjoy the game. As you can see, you have 4 different eras that you can go through. I haven't unlocked them all yet, because this, versus most puzzle games that are out on this platform, is incredibly difficult. And it's very challenging. So let's go ahead and launch one of the missions here in the classical era. Now, this is kind of like your standard Victorian type era, as far as the setting and the theme. And now I'll show you another one in the 80s era, just to show you what it looks like in a different era. And as you can see, you have a whole bunch of different tools down there that you can use. You can do things like shake an object in a room. And if you do that, you'll get a cool little animation, and as you can see, that lady is freaking out. She's like, I gotta get out. And it affects other people in the room as well, too. Now, if you tap on a person, you're actually gonna see what they're immune to and what they're really not scared of. So, like, if we tap on the dog over here, he is not immune to anything, because it doesn't pull anything up. So what we're going to do, this is actually one of my favorite things, is to make a bell sound, calls the other person in the room, and then you can scare 2 people at once, and it's excellent. It is really one of the best things I think this game has going for it, is all the different mechanics. You can throw things, you can haunt rooms, there's a ton of different things that you could do to get these people out of here if you want. And as you can see, this dog is obviously not afraid of anything. So let's get out of this, and I'm going to show you another era, and hopefully it'll have a couple other things that I could show you as far as the scare tactics go. And but yeah, overall, I really enjoy this game. It's a lot of fun, and it really makes you think. It's not as simple and straightforward as, well, if I click enough buttons, stuff is going to happen. You really have to think about what you're doing in here. There's tons of little clever nods to different movie franchises and stuff like that in here, like Poltergeist, Ghostbusters. As you can see, one of the people in here is an actual Ghostbuster. And let's do this. Even though I know this isn't going to work, I'm going to show you what happens. We're going to make a ghost appear, and the Ghostbusters are going to zap him. How great is that? Other than the fact that, it does exactly what you don't want it to do. Now, over here is actually kind of a clever one. This is a priest, and he doesn't basically fall for anything. Whoop, we got the one above him. But one of the more interesting things you could do is you can, possess different items. So let's see what happens if we possess a bathtub. Bathtub starts floating, and the Ghostbuster actually gets scared, because there's 2 of them in this level. Like I said, it's got pretty good level progression, and as the levels go up, the puzzles get a lot harder. The boss fights on these are really insane, because you really do have to find that perfect strategy to get it to work. With all of that in mind, if I sat down and really thought about what I wanted to give this game as far as a review goes, I would give it a solid 10 out of 10. This game is a lot of fun. Like I said, the only detractor is it feels like it maybe started its life as a mobile game. And that's not necessarily a knock against it because there can be a ton of good mobile games. But, it just kind of feels weird, but it does definitely feel like a good game on the PlayStation Vita. It is definitely well worth the purchase. You're going to get a lot of fun out of it, a lot of gameplay. It is not a quick game by any stretch of the imagination. So with that, I want to say thank you for watching. Poltergeist is a great game. Go buy it. And if you liked my video review of it, please feel free to hit like and subscribe down at the bottom. And check out the back catalog. There's a ton of other PlayStation Vita game reviews, as well as some PS4 and some PC games. Thanks for watching.